Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we're back on the channel. We got a body cam by Beyond Evil. Because things do get beyond evil around here. Today's body cam, daughter finds out her dad is a psycho killer. That has to be insane. How would you feel if you found out your dad was a psycho killer? Devastated? Upset? Sad?
Probably all the emotions. Sorry, y'all.
You show all over the place, baby. You gotta slow down, baby. You could have waited, baby. Why you gotta do that, baby? Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, you gotta do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
knock it in with a thumbs up.
Hey, shout out to Louisiana, baby. Y'all know y'all on the mouth, baby. You ready? Yeah. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about.
Hey, what's going on? Is he inside?
He's inside. He's in the bathroom.
This is Alora. Just moments ago, her dad confessed something horrifying to her. He had just killed her mother and grandmother.
Does he have any weapons?
No. We don't know. He's locked in the bathroom.
Okay, can you stay over there? Stay over there.
Okay.
As police nervously approached the house, they had no idea that inside lay the most gruesome murder scene the department has seen in decades.
There's one in the fucking back bedroom over here hacked up, and then there's a second one wrapped up in a sheet in the garage.
Then who's supposedly in the bathroom?
The suspect.
Investigators would soon realize the murders weren't the end of the killer's plans. In fact, Alora was meant to be next.
He just wanted us to sleep, be calm during the night, and just not be awake.
It all starts early Saturday morning when the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office received a call from the daughter. The report is disturbing. Her dad has just locked himself into a bathroom and confessed to something truly terrifying. Cops were immediately dispatched, hoping to catch the suspect.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? I just got up, looked for everybody, and they're all
Is
gone.
he inside?
He's inside. He's in the bathroom. And her mother.
Where? Mother.
One's in the garage and one's in the bathroom back there.
Does he have any weapons?
We don't know. He's locked in the bathroom.
Okay, can you stay over there? Stay over there.
Okay.
Okay, stay over there. Go that
I
way.
was trying to tell you where he is.
Okay.
So you don't accidentally walk
Okay, well
in.
back up. Where is he at in here?
Okay. Go in that hallway, that first door on the right.
Okay, are there any other firearms in here?
Well, yeah, there are mine, but he doesn't have anything as far as I know.
Is everything locked up?
Yeah.
Okay. And where's the bathroom?
That's what he was trying to tell you.
Where that dog is right there, that hallway, first one, you'll see the blood trail. He's in
Okay.
The officer enters the house and finds a blood trail. It leads directly to the bedroom, where he makes a horrifying discovery. Inside is the dismembered body of 34-year-old Christina Donzero. Her body parts are scattered across the room, with her blood painting the walls and floor.
What in the world?
But this isn't the only blood trail he's about to find. In the garage, hidden beneath a blood-soaked sheet, lay the body of 75-year-old Betty Suzanne Donzero, Christina's mother. The trail finally ends at the bathroom entrance, where 41-year-old Kirk Heisel Jr. is located. He refuses to get out, and according to his daughter, he is armed with a knife. The situation could get out of control at any moment. The police fear the suspect might attack them, or worse, take his own or others. So, with time running out, there was only one option left: force their way inside.
See if you can break it out.
Hey, sorry, we're gonna make our way with the shield. See if where's the bathroom at? Is it gonna be to the left, like west side?
Yeah, that's why I let him know. Who's going first?
Go first.
Go first. You want to go? You want me to go?
This thing's weird.
Oh, yeah, yours is bigger. Yeah.
Does it open out? So it's going to be in here, right?
What'd you say?
Green. Oh, green.
We got a door in there?
That's what I'm here. That's the window there. Is that going to be the window?
Yeah, it's right here.
Right there. That's the window. Door's going to break. It's up on the wall. Yeah, it's on the wall.
Officers methodically approach the bathroom and breach the door open to an alarming scene. The suspect is covered in stab wounds. He is slowly bleeding out and is barely responsive.
Yeah.
A
lot of blood inside,
All right, Kirk,
guys.
I got you, brother.
129 patient.
A lot of blood inside.
Your son, sir.
The wrist is cut. There's a little
Three.
chest.
And
Chest
sensor
freak
critical.
out. Bring it, touch, bring it, freak out.
Want him on? We're doing it. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Pull him up. All right. There. Okay.
You guys?
In a matter of seconds, emergency services arrive to take him to the nearest hospital, praying he survives. Meanwhile, the police lock down the crime scene and begin their search for clues that could explain the suspect's shocking actions. And what they find inside points to a disturbing yet real possibility. This wasn't a crime of passion. Inside the bedroom where Christine's body was found, investigators discovered a 9mm pistol on the suspect's bed. However, neither Christine nor the second victim, Suzanne, had any gunshot wounds. But this discovery is only the tip of something far more sinister. In the same room, officers would discover a bloody knife made for butchering cattle, garden clippers, and a half-empty bottle of melatonin gummies, the perfect supplement if you wanted someone to fall asleep faster. Plus, the suspect wasn't living alone. 3 other people were still inside the house when the crime unfolded. His son, Kirk III, his daughter, Alora, and Frederick Donzero. However, they only called 911 after discovering the scene, as if they slept through it. Understandably, investigators are unsure what to make of.
Oh, he brutally killed them. Y'all didn't hear nothing? Melatonin. But how he was able to get all y'all some? Or do everybody just take it and go to sleep?
They put it inside him. So,
And then everybody was... Because he had already started dismembering.
He probably been doing that all night. But everyone slept.
And that's the reason why, like you said, it's early too. That's why it's...
This scene. Luckily, a witness is about to step forward, the suspect's own father, to shed some light on some unusual behavior.
Do you have a good relationship with Kirk?
Oh, yeah. That's what I don't understand. And I hate to say this, and my wife will vouch for this. He started doing some shit.
He started what?
Doing some shit like
what?
Dope.
Okay. What? Do you
I
know
heard
what
about this. I don't know what
drugs he
kind.
uses?
No.
Okay.
But
He started doing some, and have you noticed him making any, behaving weirdly?
No, that's the weird part. And it's like me and my wife was just talking about it. Like, he's acted weird towards weird, kind of mellowish, like the drugs are getting way to his head. And I'm like...
Acting mellow? Calm,
all
relaxed?
calm, and, I don't care about things anymore, and shit like that. I'm like... And I always try to talk to him. And I heard the phone ring, and I think it's spam. So the wife answered her phone, and it's my grandson, and hysteric. He is hysteric. And I calmed him down.
Your grandson who lives here, is that Kirk's son?
That's Kirk the third, you're right.
Kirk the third, okay.
Yep. So I'm like, we're trying to calm him down.
Yeah.
And he goes, Dad, I think, or Grandpa, I think, Dad done something. Dad done something bad. I go, what's going on? We're trying to talk to him on speakerphone. And he's just shaking and trembling. You could tell he couldn't speak. And I'm like, dude, calm down. Just calm down. Tell me what's going on, buddy. And he goes, I think Dad hurt Mom and Grandma.
Luckily, his son Kirk survived. Minutes later, medical staff informed the detectives that the suspect is in stable condition. But before they question him, detectives need to answer one critical question. What exactly happened inside that house? They begin with the people who knew him best, his own family. Kirk III, Alora, and Frederick were invited to the police station for questioning. Investigators are going to cross-examine their statements and see how well they match. They want to see if they had a hand in the murder or if they could have been his next victims. Detectives begin with the suspect's son, Kirk III. Almost immediately, he reveals a detail that could explain his father's increasingly disturbing behavior in the days leading up to the murders.
So, last night, what do you remember happening yesterday? Anything noteworthy?
I don't know. He was a little aggressive, but apart from that, it just seemed like a normal day.
Your dad was a little aggressive?
Yeah.
What do you mean by how do you show that?
Well, last few days he's been like really angry, I guess, and I guess him and my mom have been really quiet to each other. Last few days, I actually saw her drinking again for the first time in a little bit, so that was weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, they've been kind of quiet recently, not so much talking or interacting as they usually do. He seemed pretty normal apart from just being a little bit more like argumentative and like aggressive towards me and Laura. Especially about going to bed. I don't know why, but he's been really pushy the last 2 days.
About you guys going to bed?
Yeah, about going to bed. Like even giving us melatonin gummies, those little like gummies that knock your ass out. Sorry for my language.
No, speak freely.
Yeah, he's been really trying to give us those. He did yesterday. It didn't really work, so he tried giving us, or I say yesterday, the day before, sorry, 2 days ago.
Okay.
He tried giving us some 2 days ago. We took them. They didn't really work because I guess whatever it is that they do, they just don't work on me or Alora too well. And then last night he tried giving us 2 more before we ate. That was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We were like, why the heck would we take this now? So we were just like, no, we'll be fine. It's whatever.
Didn't take them?
No, we didn't take them. He wanted us to. He was really pushy about it and got pretty damn pissed off that we didn't, but walked away after that and then came back like it was, no big deal, whatever. Mm-hmm.
The gummies Kirk mentions, the same found inside their house, are designed to increase melatonin, a hormone that makes a person feel sleepy. The question is, why would the father be so interested in making them fall asleep sooner? Plus, this wouldn't be the only demand their father would suddenly make. The next one would sound and turn out to be extremely concerning.
Since we discovered that our lock on the door works, all of a sudden we just started locking the door because he would just walk in, barge straight in like it was nobody else's business. Which he does all the time. He's been doing that since we moved in. So we just got used to it, but we were just like, dude, just leave us alone for the love of God.
So that it's 8 o'clock, he wants you guys in bed by 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Did he, at that point, were you guys in your room at the time he came in?
Yes, we were in our room. We had already been in our room for like majority of the day, just, chilling, relaxing. And, he just kept coming in, just asking us to go to bed every like 10, 15 minutes. He'd be like, 10 o'clock, I'll be back. And he's just up our ass about it. But, like I said, we just eventually just locked the door and he got really pissed off about that. Like, really mad.
Last night this is?
Yeah. And we were like, dude, why can't we lock our door? It's not your room, it's our door.
Did you unlock it, or is he yelling from the hallway? How'd he get mad?
Well, he was banging on the door. He's like, unlock the fucking door. And we're like, why? And he's like, just unlock the fucking door. God damn it. So we unlocked the door and he's like, don't you lock this damn door. I'm just like, why? Because I finally was just like, why can't we lock the damn door? Because she was going to say something, but she's kind of skittish against doing that too much. But I'm not. So I just was like, why the hell do we have to keep the door unlocked, and it's our room. We're adults, we can lock the door if we feel like it. Like it's not something you can just say you want to control all of a sudden. Like, who cares? But he wouldn't tell us why he wanted it unlocked at all. So we were just constantly asking him. We just still wouldn't say. But he was like, I want this damn door unlocked, and I want your asses in bed by 10. And we're just like, we'll keep the door unlocked. And he's like, I wanted both. I'm like, well, that's too fucking bad. We'll keep the door unlocked, but you can't. You get one or the other. We're not giving you both just because you said you want it. So finally, I guess our mom kind of like stood up first. They're like, who fucking cares? She's like talking to him. She's like, just leave him alone. Who cares? It's just a damn door. So I guess they had like a talk about it or whatever. But then we just close the door and just go on our merry way for the rest of the night.
With each new detail, investigators feel their suspicion of Kirk's initial plan growing stronger. By encouraging them to take the sleep supplement and leave the door open, their father would have effectively left them more vulnerable to anything that might happen during the night. And when his children would refuse to meet these demands, they'd get a reaction they never expected to hear.
He came in the room at 1, and then he was like, what the fuck are you still doing up? I guess I said to him, I was like, well, why should I if you're awake? And he's like, I just woke up. I'm like, okay, but you're still awake, bothering me. Like, what if I was asleep? And so he walks away, and yeah, that's from there. And then I saw him again at, it was like 3:30, because I went out to use the bathroom, and all the like living room lights and shit were on.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I know he was over by Suzanne, but I don't know what he's doing. I just like quickly peered around the corner, just saw him there, and I was just like, okay, whatever.
Did he see you?
Yeah. But I mean, I just went straight to the bathroom after that because I was just like, okay, he's up. If she needs help, he'll help her, whatever. All I know is when I went to go walk away, he giggled real quick, like a little like light chuckle, and obviously the dog was out there with him because she just follows him everywhere. But when I got out of the bathroom, all the lights were off and shit. So I was like, okay, so that was quick. Whatever he needed, done already, gone. So he went back in his room. I go back in mine.
As the investigation unfolds, detectives begin to wonder whether the suspect's children may have been at greater risk than they realize. Out of all the possibilities, Kirk and Elora could have been their father's next targets. The suspect's son, however, wouldn't be the only one to notice his father's disturbing change of behavior.
Was there an incident with like a door being locked too?
Yes, there was, yes.
Yeah, what was that about?
Recently our door suddenly somehow got fixed. It's locked, and me and my brother like privacy, and we don't like it when he just randomly just comes in the room without announcing or at least knocking.
Mm-hmm.
He does that every single day, anytime he feels like it.
Dad.
Mm-hmm. And we got disturbed by it, so we started locking the door because we didn't want to have an argument, so we just locked the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got mad at us about the door and started mixing that with the sleep schedule and said, we'll keep the door unlocked, but we are going to sleep at the time we want to go to sleep, which still getting mad about. My brother snapped at him for it, and then he left.
With Elora confirming the son's account, detectives now have a clear direction for Kirk's interrogation. They also begin to suspect Christina may have taken the melatonin at Kurt's insistence, and that decision may have sealed her fate.
So just, I just want to make sure I got my note right. At 10, that door lock conversation happens, and that's when your mom speaks up.
Mm-hmm. That's when my mom speaks up. She said, can you not start an argument? It is way too late for this. I want to sleep. And she sounded pretty tired too. Like more tired than she normally would have.
Does she take melatonin or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
At this point, detectives believe Kirk had a plan. He wanted his children to take melatonin and leave their bedroom doors unlocked, because once his girlfriend took the pill and fell asleep, she never woke up, and her mother would become the second victim. After killing both, Kirk may have intended to move on to his children. However, this theory leaves two critical questions unanswered. Why did Kirk have a 9mm pistol on his bed? And where was Frederick during all of this? Was he somehow involved in these senseless murders, or was he meant to become Kirk's final victim?
And I think if I hadn't woken up, I'd be the third one there. Last night, we went down to my sister's to eat dinner. We got some Chinese food.
Did everybody, all 6 people?
No, not them. Just me, my wife, and my sister and her husband.
Okay.
And we came home. Everything seemed fine. She went to bed, and I took the dogs out, and then I went to bed. And the dogs I'm really worried about too right now. About the only thing I got left. And I just thought of this a little while ago, and this is probably going to mean something.
Yeah.
I woke up in the middle of the night, and I looked up, and Kirk, the one that did this, he's like a vulture leaning over my bed like this. He said, well, I heard your breathing was weird, so I was just checking on you. And I think if I hadn't woken up, I'd be the third one there. Because as soon as he saw me wake up, he left. Because he's always been afraid of me. Because I don't take a whole lot after my background and stuff. And so he left, and that was it. I stayed in bed.
Yeah, when that was?
I would say that was probably close to 3 o'clock in the morning. But don't hold me to that.
Okay.
Just a guess.
To detectives, it appears that Frederick came within inches of losing his...
Did you hear the time? He said around 3 o'clock.
3, yeah.
Then son said he woke up around
3:30
and saw him.
And he's laughing and acting weird.
Yeah, it's all premeditated.
Yes.
Life. There is a chance that Kirk intended to kill him right at that moment, but was caught off guard when Frederick suddenly woke up. Yet, for reasons still unknown, Kirk left him unharmed. Frederick was lucky. Tragically, the same cannot be said for the 2 people closest to him.
And so I went back to sleep. And one of my dogs came, and they don't even come in the room. They just woofed at the door. I said, okay, you guys want to go out? Okay, that's good. I get up, I open the door, and there's a blood trail. I mean, and footprints. Bad blood. Dark blood. Comes from a different place of the body, usually. So. I mean, that blood trail went all the way down and turned into the bathroom. There was no more blood in the rest of the house. When I looked in his room, there was some in the room, but that was it. So I thought he had hurt it. Mm-hmm. So I banged on the door. He said, I killed both of them. He said that. I killed both of them, he said. And I said, and I was thinking he was just nuts or something at the time. So I said, where's Suzanne and Christy? Christy's in the room. I said, I just looked in the room. There's nobody in the room. And I said, where's Suzanne? He said, in the garage. Yeah. And he said, I cut my, and but I won't die. I said, what did you think happened last night? And he said, God told me to do this stuff. And he said, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. The door was locked to the bathroom. He said, I'm just laying in here. He said, I'm laying in my own pool of blood, and I can't die. I'm thinking to myself, well, that's too bad. But, so I go and out in the garage, and all the bedding from her bed, she was rolled up in that, laying on the garage floor. And I wanted to make sure that he just didn't think they were dead. So I tapped on it. I said, Suzanne. Nothing. And so I went back in then, and I went down the hallway again into the other room, and over on, when you walk through the door, way over on the left was the rolled up bedding from that bed. And I know I shouldn't touch anything, but all I did was open the thing, and all I saw was just like a head or an arm or something. I could see where something had been removed. And,
wrapped up in sheets?
And it was all wrapped. She was all wrapped up in the bedding that was on their bed last night.
Both Kirk III and Elora would later confirm finding their grandfather in front of the bathroom door, talking with the suspect, after finding both victims dead. Frederick would also back up their testimonies, claiming he heard them arguing with Kirk over a locked bedroom door. So far, everything lines up perfectly. Detectives are convinced they weren't accomplices, except for one major detail that puzzles investigators. Kirk still had one thing in his possession, a 9mm pistol. They still don't know how or when he obtained it, but they know that Frederick has a whole arsenal. There's still a chance Frederick either provided him with the weapon or his own gun was stolen.
How about, speaking of like 2x4, anything in the house, weapons that you know of? Maybe he has access to, knives, anything bladed?
Yeah, they've got... In fact, when I went in to look for Christy, I think I saw a knife laying on the bed. And the kids said they thought there was a gun on the bed. I didn't see a gun on the bed. I can give you his gun because, oh, that's something. He was getting to feel a little weird. He said, would you sell my gun? I've got his gun. It's in the locked in the trunk of my car. And I've got guns. My 45 and my 380 and all my and my grandpa's and my dad's hunting guns, the long guns, in the, but it's locked in a big gun cabinet with plexiglass on the front stuff. No, he's never touched any of mine, never gotten in any of them.
Where's that gun cabinet?
In my bedroom.
He doesn't have access, he doesn't have the key or anything?
No, nobody's got the key but me. And I lose it half time, can't get in myself.
If what Frederick told them is true, then only Kirk can tell them where he got it from and why. However, just as they are about to end the interview, Frederick remembered something he felt could be incredibly important to this investigation.
You said he had a gun, like a handgun?
Yeah. When you take me back to the garage, you can have the damn thing.
Do you remember what it is, or you said it was in the trunk of your car?
Yeah, it's an automatic. It's 9mm, but I never even opened up the case that he had it in.
How long ago did he ask you to sell it for him?
A couple months. And I got the feeling maybe he was worried about shooting him at that time.
That's why you think he asked you to sell it?
I was thinking that maybe that's why. I didn't have any inclination he would hurt anybody else or anything.
At this point, it seems the suspect retrieved the gun while everyone was asleep, but he never meant to use it in these twisted murders. His primary weapon was a knife and garden clippers, which he used to dismember the bodies of his victims. However, one question remains unanswered. Why did their father target his girlfriend and her mother first? Kirk III believes he knows the answer, and it's the last thing detectives expected to hear.
Why do you think Suzanne was also a victim?
I actually asked my buddy Jasper about that. At one point, my dad told him he believed Mom was like a witch from ancient times, from a long descendant of really powerful witches. Which I was like, okay, so he's crazy, got it. But then it started making more sense because he was he told me he felt like the presence of a divine being while he was searching for God, but it wasn't God or whatever, some devil or whatever.
Your dad told you this?
No, he told my buddy that. But he's like, I could kind of feel that your dad was off whenever he spoke about religion or anything like that. He wasn't 100% sure on the right path or whatever that he was claiming to want to be. And that he was kind of going in a negative route for it. And I was like, okay, so he believes that, my mom's a witch from a descendant of powerful witches, so then that would place Suzanne at the pinnacle of it too, because, birth giver of that. So I was like, okay, so then if he was targeting Mom, it would only make sense to target Suzanne too, because, like I said, descendant and kill the power where it's at, you know? So I was like, okay.
While this may sound absurd, detectives at least keep this perspective in mind for later. The suspect's daughter, however, offers an explanation that is far more grounded in reality, but also far more cynical than investigators initially expected.
Why do you think Suzanne?
Suzanne, she was on the brink of death anyways. She has a lot of medication, and with Fred going into chemotherapy, if he dies, she's going to end up dying because we can't afford her all the medicine she has. So she was going to end up dying anyways at some point if he doesn't make it out of the cancer treatment. She was weak, she was fragile, it was an easy target. She couldn't do anything at all.
Did he have any kind of problems with her? Was there ever...
Other than bickering, no.
In this case, the choice of victims becomes undeniably clear. While the primary victim, his girlfriend, was asleep after taking melatonin gummies, the second victim, her mother, suffering from cancer, was physically too weak to defend herself in the event of an attack, which is exactly what happened. And Frederick is the only one closest to her to confirm this brutal choice. But the reason why remains a lingering question for both the family and the detectives. As far as those closest to him know, their father and a friend had long since gone off the deep end, and they had all witnessed this downfall firsthand.
And like this spiritual talk that he talks about, what is that exactly? Is he talking about God? Is he talking about...
Yeah, he talks about how God is constantly giving him signals that this is the way of life, this is how you're supposed to do this is what you should be doing, and whatnot.
When did that start?
That started maybe a couple months ago, maybe 5 months ago.
Okay.
A little before the year started, I think. Or after the year started.
Is he, like, God's giving him signals? Is he ever go any more in depth into it about what these signals are? What do you...
He says he sees visions where there's monsters that we don't see with the naked eye unless you open like your third eye or something. And he was trying to get me to see that, but I never properly listened because I didn't care for it all that much.
After the interviews conclude, officers are still left with questions they cannot get answers for. Why did he target his girlfriend and mother specifically? How did he manage to stop himself? And
hold on. Bridget 77, Suzanne 76, Kurt the third is 19.
420. Kurt the third is 19. Kurt 41. And Frederick, you said is what? 77.
How long? So both of her kids are by Kurt.
And mother specifically. How did he manage to stop himself? And was Kirk actually planning to kill everyone in the family? Luckily, they get their chance to ask the suspect himself. That evening, a report comes in. Kirk is alive and responsive. Medical personnel determined that Kirk attempted to end his own life by stabbing him repeatedly and drinking bleach. Both attempts failed. That same day, 2 investigators were dispatched to finally figure out if Kurt was planning to murder the whole family all along. Right away, Kirk has an unexpected revelation to share with them.
So, go ahead and start from the beginning for me then. Well, I kept receiving signs saying that we should split up. And we had been together for, they're not actually married. But it was called ourselves that. It did a bit like a mentor kind of marriage thing where we did a pinky swear. It was like a Viking thing. But anyway, we always listen.
Are these her biological kids or she's just... That's a big question, because even identify, because then it will kind of, for me, help me with a little bit with his mentality, right? Because he was like, we're not legally married, but we gotta pay. It kind of gives me a lot of control. Like he gotta. Because then it appears that you're living with her parents, and again, and then they're still sharing a room, and they are grown adults.
I don't know, child.
I don't know, man. And with the drug usage, it's a you get what I'm saying? It's a lingering lie. So my thing is, if she's the biological kid, if she's the mother of the kids biologically, how long have you and what's her name again? Alora.
Christina.
Hold on, I meant Christina. Alora's the daughter. My bad. Dang.
I said Christina.
You and Christina have been together for a long, long period of time. Are you not wanting to reveal that?
I don't know what's going on, but the whole dynamic is.
That means you would have had to come into her life at a very, 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 very young age.
Listening to the same songs all the time.
Okay.
And this room kept popping up where the guy had caught the girl cheating on her, and it just kept playing so often. I'm like, this is a fucking sign I'm not getting something. Should I just ask her? So I did. I said, have you ever cheated on me and not told me? She goes, I did once. And I was like, oh, okay. I go, was this the only time? She goes, yeah, but it was different each time. I'm like, confused by that answer, and I'm like, okay. Did you sleep with any of them? Yes, 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay. So that's been kind of sitting in the back of my head for only a couple days.
As Kirk would continue, the second sign instructed him to kill his girlfriend. While detectives believe infidelity is at the root of this crime, their suspect had already made up a different, far more sinister reason to deal with her.
I couldn't do it anymore. It was just, they chose me to do this, but I didn't want to do it.
Who's they? God?
He said, you know, the messenger, come back now. But if my girlfriend was a devil, but her mom was an angel, and we knew she was a devil because she had always held me back.
This is are we talking about Christina right now? Okay.
So we decided to do the split up thing. And she goes, are you sure you're not reading into this wrong? I go, are you? So we just kind of mellowed out the rest of the day.
That was all yesterday?
Well,
a couple days?
Maybe it was a couple days ago.
Okay.
Well, this happened over kind of like a 3-day period, the argument.
Okay.
So the second day, she comes home, and I hop in the truck real quick with her, and I said, are you sure there's nothing else going on? Because you seem very distant now, since yesterday. And she goes, no, I've told you everything. I go, you're trembling, like you're missing something. And that kept kind of eating at me, I guess. And I'm like, she's hiding something else. She has to be. The third day come by, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to stay split. We were, me and you had our past and times together up to this point, but I gotta find someone new. I go, we've had a lot of amazing times together, blah, 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 but we gotta find someone new. And she goes, I knew yesterday when you told me that we were up and done. I knew then. I knew damn well when I came home today, I wasn't gonna be happy. I'm like, I'm sorry. Something's wrong and something has to change.
How long have you been hearing these messages for?
Just for 3 days.
For 3 days?
What Kirk just said is monumental. He confirms his own family's testimonies against him, that he had been struggling with signs of a severe mental illness that grew worse with each passing day, and the breakup may have been the final trigger to set off the chain of events that Kirk would come to regret. Kirk's next target was the last of the Donzero's family, Frederick. However,
But because at the end of the day, that's his side of the story. Then there will be Christina's side of the story, which we don't know, and her mom's story, which he still hasn't. There's no justification of killing her if you just want to target the daughter because of a breakup. It doesn't make sense unless she came in and found you committing the murder and you immediately. But I'm sure nobody else took any melatonin. They would have heard something. Possibly. Don't know. I just think he's lying. And I think he's trying to... Now, don't get it twisted. Do I think he's kind of off his rocker? Yeah. Could have more leaning towards drug abuse? Yeah. Has he been hearing? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not in that field to be able to diagnose him with anything. But just me personally, I think he's kind of making some shit up. To make it as far as, oh, the voices made me do it. I didn't want to do it. Or is it the fact that y'all broke up, you know you was going to have to leave her mom and dad's house? You were going to have to possibly leave. And again...
It just still doesn't. That still doesn't.
Again, but also back to that controlling factor. That's the reason why I was asking certain questions. I was asking... The controlling factor. Have you cheated on me with anyone at all? You get what I'm saying?
But it still just doesn't answer, like, taking her mom's side.
Yeah, 100% true. That is true.
Kirk's next target was the last of the Donzero's family, Frederick. However, just as he was about to deal with him once and for all, Kirk suddenly felt he wasn't supposed to feel midway.
I got into his room. I removed his gun because I knew he had a 9mm in his top drawer. So I pulled that aside for my own safety. Because that would work way faster.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a big, kind of intimidating dude, even though he's asleep. And every time I tried, I just looked at him. Oh, he can't do it.
Did he wake up at all? Or
at one point in time, he woke up because he just couldn't breathe properly. He saw me standing there and like, are you okay? He goes, yeah, I can't breathe correctly. I'm right. All right. Well, maybe you should change positions or something.
Okay. Well,
see that lie? Because he asked him, Frederick said when he woke up, he was like, hey, what are you doing? He was like, he asked me, like, you get what I'm saying?
Well, Frederick did say he was like, something about your breathing.
He said that. What he said was, Frederick told me, what he's saying is, Kurt, Frederick told me, he asked Frederick, are you okay? And Frederick told him, oh, yeah, I'm just having bad breathing problems. And he said, I told Frederick, oh, maybe you just turn on your side. It's those, like, minute details, is what I'm saying.
Were Suzanne and Christina already had passed by that time?
Yeah.
Unknowingly, he confirms Frederick's statement and the officer's second clue. He did retrieve a 9mm pistol for his own safety. More than likely, Kurt feared resistance or even interference in his plan. As he felt intimidation, Kirk changed his plan. For the next several minutes of muted audio, Kirk would describe his next steps. He'd start dismembering Christine's body, limb by limb. The tools he used were a butchering knife he purchased from a garage sale and garden clippers. And suddenly, he'd receive another sign telling him to do something that make the officers shiver.
I'm like, That seems a bit excessive. I don't think I've gone that bad. And then they said, rip her heart out and eat it. I'm like, well, I definitely ain't doing that shit.
Yeah. Did you try to do that at all? Like, any cuts over there?
What did you do to Christine?
To try to get the heart to remove it?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay.
He went against it and left Christine's body in the bedroom. However, he had no strength to dismember Suzanne, so he left her body in the garage and covered it with any bed sheets he could find. Now, the only ones left in Kirk's twisted plan were his own children.
So, how about Kirk, your son, and your daughter? Did they stay up late typically? Like, what was going to be the...
Were you wanting them to go to bed early for a reason, Kirk?
Yeah, I did.
With this admission, Kirk finally confirms what detectives had been suspecting all along. Kirk pressured them into eating melatonin gummies so they would fall asleep. Once he dealt with his first victims, he would finish them off and end his plan. Up to this point, Kirk has been repeatedly mentioning signs that God sent him. Those signs urged him to commit the murders, dismember the body, and even end. From the outside perspective, this sounds like a perfect plan to remove all responsibility for his actions. But officers are puzzled about those signs. How did they appear? What form would they take to push Kirk beyond his limits? And the suspect's explanation is as twisted as you would imagine.
I went to work with her, and she worked in a smoke shop. I'm just sitting there in the lobby waiting for people to come in. It's really, really slow. 2 different people came in. They were slightly different shirts. Both of them said liar and cheater, and both of them had decapitated teddy bear heads. Later on that day, as we were going home, sitting at a stoplight, same exact t-shirt pops up from a different person.
What people would consider a regular, coincidental event, Kurt saw as a sign that kicked off his brutal rampage and a plan that almost ended his entire family because of 2 t-shirts that had no direct relation to the situation. With that, the interview wraps up and Kirk is left to recover. Shortly after, he would be booked into the Pinellas County Jail. As of July 2026, he is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and is awaiting trial. Because first-degree murder is a capital felony in Florida, a conviction could carry a sentence of either life in prison without parole or the state's harshest punishment, the death penalty. We would like to extend our sincere condolences to the friends and loved ones of the Donzero family for their loss.
What he brutally did them.
Right.
And God, honest truth, I don't think he was gonna take himself.
No.
Because you had a gun in there that you could have went and got if you know
No.
that you had removed and you just placed on the bed.
So it's just nothing makes sense. I'm just so like.
And I've honestly, deep down, I believe the reason why he was afraid to attack Frederick in case Frederick woke up and fought back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Frederick is older, he's still intimidated by Frederick.
Very much so.
Scary. I don't know how he gonna do in prison. But the two easiest targets were his girlfriend, 100% easy. She already had took the melatonin. She was already, you know what I'm saying, and the older lady that's already fragile and sick. Mm-hmm. He's like, okay, yeah, those are my 2 easiest targets. Everybody else was gonna be too risky for him.
Yeah.
In case they fall back, they can overpower him, be stronger than him in some shape, form, or fashion. Nobody else has taken the melatonins.
Yeah.
He like, yeah, I can't. That's why.
And it seemed like because I really don't know how a lot of different mental illness and stuff like that works, and when people are diagnosed with different things or say they hear voices or these voices told them to do this or whatever the case may be. I don't know how much restraint or control they have, but he seemed to have a lot of control. Like, to be able to stop himself from not doing this to doing that. He was like, the voice told me to eat a heart. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going that far, or doing.
You remember the one woman that we did the body cam where she did it to her mom, and they said she was already diagnosed and going through the process, and she had cut her mom heart out, and she had wandered out, like she had no control. But similar to the question you just asked, she had. Just in several cases, we have seen where people do things, they have no control, but he does have control. It just seems,
to
be able to say what you want to do,
what he stated, and the things that happen, and the fact that you went in Frederick's room, but you like, ooh, Frederick sleep. Like, if you like these voices just overpowering and doing all this, you know what I'm saying? I just I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't know how it works, but this older man is asleep and you still intimidated by him. You like, well, he off limits. Let me go back and hear it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I
have dealt with people. I know people personally that has dealt with like mental things, and a lot of times, especially without medication, they can't control certain things.
Yeah.
So.
Because I know he said something about Christina like being what he said, like a devil, witch, demon, something, and her mom being like an angel or something. But I'm like, if that's the case, then it's just, I don't know. I'm a little confused. So yeah, but rest in peace.
And it happened so rapidly.
Yeah.
Typically, don't happen that fast.
Again, I don't know.
I'm saying up to that point. Like you say, you just only been thinking about for 3 days. People who do. Just from my experience of people who do hear voices and people tell them to do things, they try to fight as much as they can to eventually, once it do, and they go to the point of it overtaking them, again, they can't control. But some people do try to fight it.
And I do wonder.
Because they understand right from wrong.
True. And I do wonder what type of like drugs and stuff he had got a hold of. Because his dad mentioned that, and he started seeing changes because he's been doing.
He's his father. He knows.
So, yeah, but yeah.
Y'all spam us up, man. Y'all let us know y'all. Then he said I went to work with her.
It's just a lot.
That goes back to
the stuff you're trying to say. Yeah.
Y'all spam us up. Let us know y'all thoughts in the comments for us down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.